Welcome back. In these sections, we are going to discuss osmoregulation mechanisms for kidney function. So the osmolarities of the urine is regulated by hormonal controls of water and salt balance in the kidneys. So there are many hormones that are involved in this process. So among these, antidiuretic hormones or ADH plays the fundamental roles in the osmoregulation process to maintain the water balance in animal body. So what is ADH? Are all animals produce ADH? ADH, also named as adenine vasopressin, is a peptide hormone found in most mammals. Small amounts of ADH in a persons or animals are sufficient to result in antidiuresis or a decreased formations of urine, and thus conserving body water content. How does ADH work then? So imagine that you are walking under a very hot sun for several hours and you are sweating excessively, and your body is actually losing a considerable amount of water, and your body plasma concentrates or the extracellular fluid increases in the osmolarity above threshold. So what happens next? Osmoreceptor cells at hypothalamus are triggered to stimulate the production of ADH or secretion from the posterior pituitary gland. So ADH increases the water reabsorptions in the collecting ducts of the kidney. So how do ADH works? ADH will bind to its receptors on the collecting duct cells and stimulate aquaporin, which is a type of water channel, to translocate to the membrane, and this will allow water permeability for water reabsorptions in kidney. Thus, the single most important effects of ADH is to conserve body water by reducing the loss of water in the urine. Thus, the extracellular fluid osmolarity will decrease, and less ADH is secreted and less water is reabsorbed in the kidneys until homeostasis. So now let's move on to the second mechanisms of osmoregulation in kidneys. So when animal loses a large amount of blood from trauma or fighting and etc., and its body loses sodium and water at the same time. So the salt or sodium balance in the animal body is controlled by a mechanism called renin-angiotensin-aldosterone system, or we call it as RAAS. So when kidney sense a decrease in the body volume or body blood pressure, specialized cells called juxtaglomerular apparatus in the kidney secrete renin. Renin is a peptide hormone that converts angiotensinogens, which is produced in the liver, to angiotensin 1, an angiotensinogen converting enzyme in the lungs, whereas converts angiotensin 1 to angiotensin 2. So what's next? Angiotensin 2 has several downstream effects. One of them, which is the most important one, is the stimulations of adrenal cortex to produce aldosterone. Aldosterone is a steroid hormone that can increase salt reabsorptions and water retention in the distal tubules of the kidney. Thus, the body blood volume and pressure increases, and less renin is then secreted, and less water and salt reabsorptions in the kidney until homeostasis. So in summary, we have discussed two osmoregulation mechanisms in kidneys for water and salt balance by either hormonal regulation through antidiuretic hormones, ADH, or through renin-angiotensin-aldosterone system, RAAS. I hope you will enjoy this video.